All right, thank you guys. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you had a great weekend, and welcome to college football week 13. And this is our Big Ten Conference edition. We got ourselves a handful of games on the slate here beginning on Friday in the Big Ten, so let's go ahead and dive into them. We got the game queued up, ready to go. Let's go ahead and take a look at Nebraska versus Iowa, and that's going to be a 1 p.m. Eastern start time on Black Friday. Iowa's minus 13 at home, totals 51.5. We're 4-1 in our last 5 Underdog tier package picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. And access to the Underdog tier membership costs just $4.99. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to explain a little bit more about it in just a few moments, so just hang tight and bear with me here. We're also 2-1 in our last 3 NFL tier membership plays on that Patreon site as well. We have over 750 members signed up and active on that site. So if you're curious about it, you're not alone. A lot of people on the site, a lot of people signed up. And if you want to join those folks and get in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, Iowa's on a 3-game winning streak, 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 outings. The Hawkeyes are scoring 35 points a game at home, and they're rushing for over $180 per contest. Now, Tyler Goodson's rushed for over 450 yards this season, along with 6 touchdowns on the ground. The sophomore running back is averaging nearly 6 yards a carry. Mekhi Sargent is also averaging 6.4 yards per carry out of this Hawkeye backfield. 6 rushing touchdowns for Sargent as well. This Iowa defense is also giving up just 14 points per contest at Kinnick Stadium and less than 3.8 yards per play defensively. Now, defensive back Jack Kerner has a trio of interceptions out of this Hawkeye secondary. 30 total tackles for Kerner. Linebacker Nick Neiman also has 49 total tackles on the season. He is the team leader in that category. And defensive tackle Davion Nixon has 4 sacks, a forced fumble, a pick 6, and 28 tackles from the defensive line. That pick 6 was awesome, where he kind of put the ball up and he did like a ball fake while he was running down the field. But anyway, I was coming fresh off a 41-21 beatdown at Penn State. They've outscored their opponents 125-35 in their last 3 ball games. They're taking on a Nebraska program who just lost 41-23 to Illinois this past week. Nebraska is just 1-3 straight up on the season, and they failed to cover the point spread in 3 out of those 4 contests. Now, the Cornhuskers are scoring 15 points a game on the road, and they're throwing for less than 180 yards per contest. Luke McCaffrey's thrown 5 interceptions and just 1 touchdown so far in the season. The Cornhuskers' leading receiver, Wan'Dale Robinson, is averaging just 38 receiving yards per contest and has yet to score a touchdown. Meanwhile, this Nebraska defense is also allowing 37 points a game away from home and over 180 yards rushing in that category. The Cornhuskers are averaging just 1.8 sacks per contest. Now, total-wise, Nebraska saw their most recent ball game with Illinois get over the posted number. Meanwhile, 2 out of Iowa's last 3 contests got over the line themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Iowa Hawkeyes minus 13 and the over 51.5 in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for college football week 13. And of course, this is our Big Ten edition. But before we dive into some more free content right here on YouTube, just got to quickly remind you once again that we are 4-1 in our last 5 Underdog tier package picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. And if you want to get access to today's Underdog, we actually have an Underdog tier package play going off today here on Monday. So if you want to access today's Underdog tier package pick, it's only going to cost you just $4.99. We also went 2-1 in our last 3 NFL tier package picks on that side as well. Now, you might be wondering, why would I sign up for picks on Patreon? Reckon get them right here for free on YouTube, and that's certainly a great thought, a great consideration. Heck, I would probably think that myself, but just hear me out. If you were to go out there and bet every single game that's on the board that I give you on these free videos, side and total, like I do with my breakdowns here on YouTube. It's certainly not a winning formula for success. You can't bet every game. And as a matter of fact, that would be a recipe for disaster. The books are way too smart. They're way too sharp with the numbers. The odds become massively more against you the more bets you take, if you bet the whole slate. To be honest, bookies have just so much more money than you and I do combined to be able to absorb that type of action betting every game. So what I do on Patreon is I break it down and focus in on just 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much, I'm having a lot more success betting on games that way and smaller sample sizes versus wagering on every single game on the slate, side and total. Now, we currently have over 750 members sign up on that site. So you're not alone. If you're curious, if you want to sign up, even if you just want to do the $1.99 membership, you're not alone. There's a lot of people on that site. A lot of people enjoy it. And if you want to join those folks and get in on the action, I'd love to have you. I think I highly recommend it. And link for that site is in the description section below. Not too proud to beg. That's patreon.com/BrockPage. And moving on, we're going to take a look at our Saturday slate. And we're going to start off with Maryland, Indiana. And that's going to be a 12 p.m. Eastern kickoff. Indiana's minus 14 at home, total 61.5.